three 2-year-olds looking at the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity at Keeneland, which you've won a total of 4 times, including last year the Free Drop Billy. Talk about your
that's a great race. It's the only Grade 1 2-year-old race in Kentucky when the Breeders' Cup isn't here. And so it's always fun to point towards. And these are 3 nice horses. Mr. Ankeny, All About Family Racing, they won it twice with me, so we're going for our 3rd time there. And then 2 Calumet horses, Everfast, that broke his maiden at Ellis Park and his 2nd start, and came back and ran well on the Iroquois. And then Moonster started at Ellis Park and ran the middle of the pack, came back, won a big race, a main race here at Churchill. That's showing a lot of promise. So Ellis Park still keeps the path for our 2-year-old success. My theory has always been Ellis Park's, the timing's the right time to get some of your best horses started. It seems like they come together during that time period. So you can either be at Saratoga running against all the heavy heads and the $1 million yearlings and gutting them to try to win, or you can go to Ellis Park and run with what now has become a quality competition with the way the purse structure has increased and the way that people have seen the success of 2-year-olds training there. But I always say if they're as good as you think they are, then nobody's going to care where they broke their maiden. And if they aren't as good as you think they are, they're not going to win at Saratoga anyway. But now winning at Ellis Park is becoming prestigious, winning a 2-year-old race at Ellis Park. I think that program has built itself up to where people realize if 2-year-old comes out of Ellis, you better watch for him the rest of the year.
Do you regret being such a public cheerleader then for Ellis?
No, I mean, I don't regret being a public cheerleader for Ellis, but I wish that some of the people that saw it didn't see it. Now, everybody comes up with it on their own, too. I think over time they would have figured out what a good spot it is for the younger horses. And the added money that we're getting from Churchill Downs to help buoy up the purse program down there, it's just made it common sense that that's where we should be to start some of these babies. And I think Ellis has a lot to build on.
And you have a filly who could possibly run in the Jessamine in Irish Willow.
Irish Willow at Keeneland, and it's a homebred for some of our good friends here, Mark Bacon and company from Brown Foreman, a bunch of guys involved, and it'd be nice to get them a horse to run big over there and have a chance of maybe making a Breeders' Cup.
Now in the Phoenix on opening day, you've got Promises Fulfilled.
Grade 1 winner and multiple Greatest Stakes winner, and maybe one of the fastest horses I've ever trained in my life. He's unbelievably fast.
A prime example that there is life after the Derby. Once you get past the Derby, then you can maybe be more realistic about where horses need to run.
Well, everybody, he can run long. It's just a mile and a quarter is a little too long. And he's probably at his best going to be a sprinter. He's one of those horses that you've seen come out of the Derby. He's come out of it well. He went through all the races he had to go through to get to the Derby, and he's still chugging along.
And the Breeders' Cup, of course, is here at the track where you've won more races than anybody else, and you've also won with Court Vision the mile, probably one of the higher priced Breeders' Cup.
Second highest price at the time. I think it's still the second highest priced Breeders' Cup winner in history, but right here at home. And hopefully we'll have 1 or 2 chances, because I do feel a little extra confidence when we lead them over from barn 4.